Okay, so buying your first record when you're either 8 years old or 12 years old or 15 years old or 16 years old is an important part of life. It's an important part of sort of taking control of something that becomes a huge part of your life. And I can't speak for the youth of today, particularly because of the digital age and the digital sort of revolution, which may have sort of ruined that experience for a lot of people because they wouldn't have bought their first record until maybe they were a lot older. But for me and for most people that are sort of over 25, over 30, you buying a record now it gives you exactly the same feeling as when you are 8 or 9 or 10 or when you bought your first record. It's kind of connecting with an artist that may live on the other side of the world. It's connecting with a whole culture that might be completely different, or it could be someone that you know intimately and you've known for years. It really doesn't matter. It's either extremely important to you or it's not important to you at all. But for me, it's something that certainly keeps me feeling young or feeling stupid, whichever one is more important. Everybody that starts a band did it because of a record they bought. So every band, therefore, that moment is extremely important to them.
But, you know, again, it's like another thing, you know, you start drinking, having a laugh, you get a tattoo, it goes hand in hand, doesn't it? So they just went from there. I think they don't necessarily make you feel young all the time. I think you get younger people that make you feel old. Because if you're 18, you're turning into a man or a woman. Getting a tattoo means, you know, you're turning into a proper person, make their own decisions. But then you get people who come in who are 75, 80, get a spider on their face or something like that, which is pretty cool. But I think at the end of the day, if it's people's own decision, if they want to get a tattoo because they want to make them feel better or feel good about themselves, I think it's probably the best thing they could probably do for themselves. Get hurt for a bit, feel good after it. Yeah, you get probably dudes who are about 40, 45, come in and go, all right, mate, wants a sleeve. You're like, okay, what do you want to get done? Dunno. Like, right, okay. So you just talk through it with them, and then they come up with something. Tell them to go and have a look at something, and they come up with it, and then they go, yeah, I want to get a koi carp. It's pretty cool. But no, they get a sleeve and they're really happy with it, and they get more and they carry on, so, which is pretty cool. And they've had their kids, they've done their time with childhood and stuff like that, and they just want to crack on and be a rebel.
Well, I acquired my first skateboard when I was a kid, and it never really stopped since there. I remember some friends, you know, saying, "Wow, this is great and all, but we're not going to become skateboard freaks and stuff." I'm like, "Me too," you know, no way. And but I kind of knew that something felt different, you know, and I kind of stuck with it. And I don't know, it all happens pretty fast. It was always a progressive movement from skateboarding on the streets to making a living from doing what you enjoy doing. Word. Well, I don't know anything else and don't really want to know anything else, you know. It's just what I've always done. And yeah, that's me.